Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in. We've got some exciting news to talk about here, Jacksonville. Calais Campbell, ever heard of him? The mayor of Saxonville? Yeah, that Calais Campbell. He was in Jacksonville visiting with the Jaguars on a free agent visit on Thursday, March 23rd. It's Friday, March 24th. Today, Calais is going to visit the Falcons, and he also hasn't ruled out returning to the Ravens, the team he's played for since the Jaguars traded for him back in 2020. So, should the Jaguars be pursuing Calais Campbell? Does it make sense to sign him, to bring him in to this defense? I mean, it's a resounding yes. I know he's 36 years old. I know he's not going to play every snap for you anymore. But what do the Jaguars need on defense? They need someone who can make big plays in big-time moments, in my opinion. And Calais Campbell, even at 36 years old, is still playing at an extremely high level. He's still a big, long, strong athlete, right? On the defensive line that can have positional versatility up for you up front. He can set the edge against the run. He can knife gaps as an interior penetrator. He can do a lot for you up front, and the thing about it is he can play on the money downs for you. Whether that's third and short, you want him on the end, trying to make sure that you're shutting down the opposing running lanes, and then in pass rush situations, he can still get the job done, creating interior pressure, allowing Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker and the rest of the Jaguars pass rushers to have a little bit easier of a job. And yeah, you remember last time Calais was in Jacksonville with Josh Allen. Josh Allen was a rookie and had a 10-sack season. So I think Josh Allen should be really excited about the potential return of Calais Campbell to Jacksonville. I think the entire defense should be as well. And look, leadership is a big factor when it comes to Calais Campbell. He would immediately be the most veteran presence in that defensive side of the ball, really the most veteran presence in the locker room as a whole, but especially on the defensive side where it now looks like the Jaguars' offense is pretty clearly ahead of their defense. When you look at Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley, Doug Peterson calling the plays, the Jags' defense needs to play catch-up a little bit, and they might not ever catch up. But bringing in a Calais Campbell, I think, would really go a long way in terms of getting off the field on third down, something the Jaguars struggled to do in 2022. And just making more big plays, being able to create more pressure and stop the run, having a guy that can do both of those things for you in the important moments of games is critical. And that's exactly what Calais Campbell can do. Still, again, very productive for the Ravens over the last few years. And just a guy who he would have been among the Jaguars' leaders in sacks last year, right? I think he had 5.5 sacks. Despite playing not as many snaps as he was in Jacksonville, right? When you look back at his snap counts for the Jaguars, in 2017, 984 snaps. 2018, 816. 2019, 818. You go to Baltimore, 2020, 469 snaps. 2021, 615. 2022, 583. They've cut his snaps basically in half or close to half, maybe 60% of his snaps is what 60% of the snaps he was getting in Jacksonville is what he's been getting in Baltimore over the last couple years. And he hasn't been playing at the same insane level that he was in Jacksonville, but he's still playing at a level that's better than pretty much everyone that the Jaguars have on their interior defensive line. I'll tell you that much right now. And so if you bring him in here, I think he's immediately your most important defensive lineman for 2023. Right? A season in which you're trying to get past the divisional round of the playoffs, get past the Kansas City Chiefs or whoever you have to play, maybe not be in a divisional championship game in Week 18, maybe try to lock up that division a little bit earlier and compete for home field advantage for a portion or all of the playoffs. I think those should be the goals for the Jaguars this year, and I think Calais Campbell definitely helps you reach those goals. You bring him in here and you can use him to rush the passer on third down with Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Roy Robertson Harris. That's a pretty fearsome group of guys up front that can get after the passer. I think it would be just awesome to see Calais return. And again, yes, The leadership will matter, but the leadership only matters to an extent if you can't get the job done on the field. That's the great thing about Calais at 36 years old. He's still going to get the job done on the field. He's still going to be a great leader off the field. It's really a no-lose situation, in my opinion. It's not like he's been signing big deals with the Ravens over the last couple seasons. He's going to sign for a relatively reasonable price tag. It's not going to be some blockbuster deal that's going to impact the Jaguars cap for years to come. It's not going to be like that at all. So yeah, I'd be absolutely in on the Jaguars bringing back Calais Campbell, but we'll see how it plays out, right? Still visiting Atlanta today, Friday, March 24th. He's still apparently open to potentially returning to Baltimore, but if I'm the Jaguars, I'm doing everything I can to make sure he signs with me, because yeah, you could probably find someone who could be as productive as him as a pass rusher. You could probably find someone who can be as good as him as a run stuffer. But are you going to find someone who's as good as him at both of those things and a leader like him? Probably not, right? You could go get any number of veteran pass rushers that can impact this team and help this team, right? There's still a bunch of guys out there, but I don't think anybody is going to come in and have an impact on the locker room the way Calais Campbell would and have an impact on both the run and passing game for this defense. So yeah, bring in Calais Campbell, baby. I'm all about it. He returned to Jacksonville to visit with the team on Thursday. We'll see how it all plays out, but thank you so much for tuning in here, Jacksonville. Hope you have a great weekend. Hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. Let me know what you think. You can also drop a comment in the comment section below. Like and subscribe on YouTube. If you're on your podcast platform of choice, please subscribe and review there as well. Really appreciate your support, Duval.